John Riddell from Channel 7. When he had hair, we used to cut it. He's a local boy, Lawrence Bay boy. John Riddell.
Quite a few of the footballers, huh?
Oh, all the footballers. I was telling Derek that, but I showed him the Byron Clifford picture up there. But
oh, yeah.
Geez, they all came, didn't they? Dave Granger.
Yeah.
So you've done a few mullets in your time?
Oh, I've sent them all from short hair to long hair and now back to short hair. Yeah, I've done a few mullets, all right. Responsible for the Greg Anderson mullet.
Really?
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest mullets in football history.
And he still wears it. But that was a classic mullet when he was at the Port, for sure. That was our haircut. Brian Cunningham changed him from classic mullet to his first short haircut. No, I haven't. I grew up in Queensland, and I came down here when I was 20. Yeah.
And what do you make of the Port then?
It's exactly where I wanted to be. Yeah, just the people were the same sort of people as the area I came from in Queensland, which was the wharf area as well. My dad worked on the wharves up there, but I fitted in straight away. I was introduced to the Port Adelaide Football Club, and the rest is history.
So you came down as a league man?
No, I followed a South Australian girl down to South Australia. She was from Wingfield.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I settled at Alberton with her, and I've been here ever since. Which is, I've had a salon around the place for about 38 years. The balustrade, that used to be a fancy dress store where you could hire fancy dress outfits. And to have a bit of fun, I had that shop at Semaphore. I used to gather in another trader off Semaphore Road, David Hoff. He had a menswear shop, and we'd come to the Royal Arms for lunch every Thursday, and we'd get stuck right into it at lunchtime. And the rule was, going back to your respective business, we used to stop at the fancy dress shop, and we used to dress up in an outfit and go back to work. I've been back there as the Big Rabbit, as Hot Stuff the Little Devil, and that's what I mean about the Port. They put up with me. You know, I'd qualified as a ladies' hairdresser, and I came down here and opened up my first business at 21, and I've worked for myself ever since. And 46 years ago, for a male to be a ladies' hairdresser, you either had to be crazy or homosexual. It just wasn't the done thing for a male to be a ladies' hairdresser. But it's been fantastic. Yeah, I credited in the crazy category, I did. Yeah. I can remember working out west in Queensland as a ladies' hairdresser, which is where I met that girl from Wingfield. She happened to be a rodeo rider. Really? Yeah, she was a barrel racer. Used to, you know how they race around the barrels on horses? She'd come from Wingfield. Her father was the head stockman out at the Wingfield abattoirs for years, and she went up there to ride the rodeo circuit. I met her up there, but I was working out west in a town 300 mile due west of Brisbane where men are men, and I was a ladies' hairdresser, and the first 2 weeks I was there, I got sat on my bum twice because I was a ladies' hairdresser. It just, yeah, you're either there to pinch their women or you are homosexual, you know. So I played rugby league out there, and everything was all right after that.
Yeah, went to bar and stitched a few rugbies, right?
Well, after I tackled, because they can't run without their legs, it's just a matter of hanging on to those ankles and proving yourself. And then down to South Australia I came with her. And
so you ever played any Aussie rules? Or?
Not Aussie rules, no. I played rugby league, and I won 2 Queensland boxing titles.
Really?
Yeah. You only fight fellows your own weight, and I'm pretty capable of doing that, or used to be. And living on the outer at Alberton for the next 30 odd years, you had to be capable. Yeah.
There was a few boxing titles won and lost.
Out there for sure. Yeah. No, I've been taken away from Alberton Oval in the car with the lights on the top.
How many games you missed? Was it 9?
9, yeah, out from 28 years. Yeah.
And 3?
When I was arrested. Yeah, once for letting down the police car tyres, and the other 2 were the old failing to cease loiter. You know, when they tell you to move on and you don't.
Yeah.
I was the sort of bloke, I always had to get the last word in.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate that.
They like the last word, don't they?
They do. And they always have it.
Yeah. That's it.
They always have the last word.
Yeah.
But no, as Marg will tell you, she's been coming for that length of time. I had a problem with alcohol. I haven't had a drink now for 24 years.
Yeah.
I go to Alcoholics Anonymous, and it's funny, since I put a drink down, I haven't been in the back of that police car since.
Really?
So I must have had something to do with that.
It's a fighting, you know.
Yeah, it used to make me feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof. In those days, those fellows had come in, blokes had come for a haircut at 3 in the afternoon, and we'd still be sitting there at 10 o'clock at night. Hey, Marg knows. Her husband would let you know about that. They'd say he's a good hairdresser, but get to him before 12 o'clock. That's a true story. Yeah. I had one lady tell me, oh, Mrs. Finney, she said to me, Jim, you know why I don't come to you anymore? I said, no, I don't. She said, because you gave me a perm one day. She said, you wound up half of it, and you said, I'll be back in a minute. She said, I never saw you again. You went to the hotel and I never saw you again.
Really? True story?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's a true story. Oh, look, I've had one of the women in this portrait, the person who's having her portrait done, Pat Nechwaski, I think.
Yes, Pat.
We'll speak to Pat and she'll tell you that I cut half of her head one day and never got to finish the haircut. She'll tell you that. Yeah.
And then they kept coming back.
They kept coming back. I don't know, Marg. You'd have to ask Marg. You know, I've probably always had an opinion of myself that I don't really deserve. You know, but that's the good thing about the port. The people in the port and Port Adelaide sort of made me grow up and accept myself for who I am, and that's what I love about the port. I was only saying to Marg a little while ago that the port people have seen the best of me and the worst of me, and they still let me live amongst them, you know. That's what I love about Port Adelaide. So I wondered up there how long I've been cutting your hair.
Oh, geez. I started 15, 20 years, but more than that.
Be longer than that, yeah, for sure.
Mine would have to be over 30 because
You came to me when I was having a drink.
you do a pool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's 23rd.
I come here for extra.
Yeah, yeah.
Always had short haircuts back then. Mainly because I kept coming back. Still coming back.
Still coming.
Without a drink.
Yeah. Smoke?
Oh, occasionally.
Occasionally.